Got him. OMG Nation, so we are back, and I wanted to show you and update you guys on some small things, some small modifications we have done, Kai and I, in our boat project series for the 1964 Alumacraft aluminum V-hull boat. So let me just show you a couple of things that we've already done. And this stuff was so small that I just decided, well, most of it was so small, and I decided just not to film it. One of the things, when I get back to the back, I decided not to film simply because I was a little nervous, but I'll tell you why when we get back there. So the first thing is this right here. We put this navigation light on up here on the front.
Can I talk?
Yeah, you can talk.
Hi.
What do you want to say?
Do you live in Franklin or something?
So, all right, guys. So we put this navigation light right here on top, and it is not, as you guys can tell, it's not wired in yet. So when we go to wire it in. Hey, be careful, son. There's a hook right there that you almost stepped on. You see that? Yeah. You gotta be careful.
Are you gonna eat and they do small, or you don't like introducing someone that you love?
Look, come here. She's hiding behind the camera. Don't do that. You're stealing my hat. All right, guys. I'm her better half, and this is my wife.
Can you stop saying wife, because you said that on Easter.
Oh, I said that on Easter. I can only call her my wife on Easter?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This is my husband.
Then stop saying that, you little doo-doo.
All right, let's get back to the boat over here. And she's also going to be my camera lady, just so you guys know. This is one of Kai's favorite things right here that we've added to the boat.
Seriously?
And we're keeping this old school. Everything about this boat, we're going to try to keep it old school. So what we're going with for our trolling motor, and it's going to be on the front over here, is a motor guide. And man, I believe this motor guide is maybe from the 90s or something. I'm not real positive on that. I can lock this bad boy in. It's got forward and reverse, and it has 4 speeds on it. But it is a motor guide silencer 425, and man, we're pumped about it. We're gonna stick it right here on the front of the boat, and I think probably what I'll do is because these guys right here twist on right about here, I'll just put some type of wood plate right there so it doesn't damage the boat. All right, guys, so as we make our way to the back of the boat back here, one of the other things that we've done to this boat, and we're trying to get it water ready. So I've added a bilge pump. It's, as you can tell, it's not hooked up yet. I don't have a battery yet. So make your best suggestions on what type of battery that I can get to run the bilge pump and the lights, the navigational lights. And again, I didn't film this simply because this part right here, I was a little nervous because I was putting a hole in the boat. And as you guys, well, I don't know, if you're from my other channel, my OMG Moto channel, then you guys know that I'm not the most mechanically inclined guy in the entire world, so I was a little nervous putting a hole in the boat. Now, I did have some good guidance. One of the guys over at Clark Marine Sales in Franklin, Tennessee, he kind of told me exactly what to do, and so I followed his direction to a T, and it came off without a hitch. This is a 800 gallons per hour bilge pump, and it's probably overkill for this, but I would rather it be overkill than not enough. And who knows, even at some point I may add another bilge pump, and I'll cut down on the cord because I know that's probably too much hose, but I wanted enough. I might put another bilge pump in here at some point and wire this thing in and have 1,600 gallons per hour or even more, because, you know, who knows what could possibly happen. It's an aluminum boat and it's from 1964. Guys, let me tell you about this back here. So here's another hole I made in the boat. So here's another hole I made in the boat right here, and this right here is going to be for my rear navigational light and something extremely important. When I say extremely important, I'm also going to make this boat right here camera worthy. What this is it's the 53-inch power stick, the Gen 3, and it's by Yellow Tech. Can you zoom in on that right there? Can you get that pretty good? let me tell you about this. Number one, I'm not sponsored by these guys. I paid for this. And these guys didn't give me a thing except for phenomenal customer service. I had a small issue with something that didn't even have to do with this power stick, and I sent them an email. They responded back, and when I say they, I mean the man himself, Christian, that owns the company, responded back, and then he asked me for my phone number, and then texted me, and he talked back and forth about it with me. And man, I'm huge on customer service, and I'll tell you what, at that moment, that gentleman, for me, he received a customer for life. And one of the interesting things is I saw him at one of the BASS tournaments. That video's coming up down the road. I took OMG Junior I took my son to a Bassmaster Elite Series tournament trail event, and I saw Christian from Yellowtech, the founder, and I walked up to him and introduced myself to him. And I told him, I said, hey, and I kind of told him what happened, and the guy was like, oh man, you have no idea, I truly appreciate that, and just so gracious, and still phenomenal customer service up to that point. So I recommend these guys wholeheartedly, because even if the product was not right, and like I said, this thing has worked for me. Even if it didn't, I am sure the guy would have taken care of it. All right, so that's enough of that. I know it sounds like a sales pitch, but it's really not. I get nothing from that, from telling you guys about it. This is my favorite part that I'm excited to tell you guys about. Is this gas tank. And the reason why this gas tank is my favorite part to tell you guys about is because if I have a gas tank, then you know that right over here, we picked up a motor. We've got a 6 horsepower Tohatsu 4-stroke, and man, we are absolutely thrilled and excited. This thing, we're excited to get this thing in the water and get it running and pushing us down the water. We don't need to go fast. We just want to be able to have a good time out there on the water, and I think this is the thing that's going to do it for us. And on top of that, 6 horsepower, I'll be able to teach my son how to drive a boat. So that's truly exciting to me. I don't know, is there an age limit on driving a boat? If there is, let me know. I don't think there is. And if there is, I didn't say any of that. I was just kidding. The only other things that I want to show you that we've added to this boat is right here. We got these little straps right here that we added on to actually keep the boat on the trailer on both sides. So I'm excited about that. That's our Fat Daddy prop for that engine. But man, we're excited. These are the first steps in getting this boat ready where we can go out and actually test it and make sure that it's not taking on any water anywhere. I know there's a couple of little holes in here where right here they had something, but what I think I'm going to do is once I put my transducer on here, because oh yeah, by the way guys, we picked up a depth finder for this boat too, and I'll show you that in another episode. I'll just run the transducer cord through here and then I'll silicone it up. We've got our net right here guys, ready to go. Okay, so these are our upgrades that we have right now, and like I said, we just need to, if you guys have a good idea or a good strategy for us, we just need to make sure that we connect these wires. I figure we'll probably run them along here, and I don't know if, I'm sure we'll be sitting right here, so I figure I'll have something back here. I don't know if I'll put the nav lights on the battery box, because I'm going to put this inside of a battery box, and then maybe put the bilge pump on that as well. You guys give me some suggestions. Let me know in the comments what you think that we should do. I'm not sure what I'm going to do running the wires. Maybe find some type of wire, rubber, plastic conduit. Is that what they're called? I don't know. See, I'm not a fix-it guy, so I don't know. So, but just give me some advice. Give us some advice on where to run that stuff. And if there's anything that you see in here that you guys think that as we're going along, it would be a good idea for us to do, let us know, because we not
Am I
only...
backwards?
You are backwards. Are you going to talk to him backwards? We're going to let... Anything that you guys can do to let us know that can make this a fishing machine for us, we'd truly appreciate it. We're just going to get out and fish and make adjustments along the way. And
We're supposed to work on the boat tomorrow.
Okay, well, we can do that.
Is Mom here with us?
Hey guys, we appreciate you watching another episode of the 1964 Alumacraft project. Hit the like button, set the hook on the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Keep it old school.
Keep it old school.
Can you get me out?
Got him.